Spied a young cowboy, all wrapped in white linen, all wrapped in white linen. And cold. Krusty Vomit, Cora Nightmare, and Shelby writes, and why did we just flicker? Don't start, Susan. And Nolan. I never get to hear this. I didn't even think of that. I'm sitting here singing to myself, and hadn't realized I hadn't pulled my microphone over here yet. I hadn't pulled it yet. Ha! That's not true. I pulled it. All right, let me fix this too. Let's go one more. Okie dokie on that. Madman is working on animation. I forgot the title. Working on animation. I wish I could. Wish I had any artistic ability for that. No Dungeons and Dragons. Smash Kids were into Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, not yeah, VTG working it. Not like hardcore into it, but I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't think they started again this semester. He had a regular D&D game, regular D&D crew over the last couple semesters of school. He was the dungeon master, as a matter of fact. But I don't think they put it together at least yet this year. Excuse me. Barry says, my favorite pastime is, obviously, spanking my meat senseless. Well, that's admirable. Absolutely. And Tommy says, haven't pulled it in a while. Yeah. It's unfortunate how you just don't get as much quality alone time as often when you get to be my age. It's not fair. Kaiser says, anime, yeah, me too. Games, Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, and mecha models. See, well, of course, my big interest outside of anime and streams and stuff like this, hanging out together, would be my college football. But that's only for a few months out of the year. And outside of that, I think for me, it's always, if I have free time, which isn't that often, but if I have free time, I'm always just trying to think of things to do with either Spaz Kid or the grandkids. You know, someplace fun to go, something to go and just do and hang out together. We're going to see, I just got a notification, and in February, we're going to go see the Harlem Globetrotters here locally, because I think I told you guys when I was a kid, the Harlem Globetrotters were like my go-to. I was nerded right out for them. And I haven't been to one of their games in years, so this is going to be fun. Yeah, me too, Jake. He says, baseball will always be a pastime for me. Yeah, that's something that, and for me, Jake, I don't even care if I have a dog in the fight. I can just sit and watch baseball. It's just very relaxing to me, especially live. You know, I'll go, again, on those rare occasions that I'm not doing something specific, if I find, especially like when I used to drive motor coach, you know, and I'd drop a group off down in the city or something, I would walk around and look through the parks, and if there was a baseball game, just a Sandlot game struck up anywhere, I would just go sit and watch. I just enjoy watching baseball. I've heard that one. It's just me. That one's, yeah. Hey, no, Stewie. That's brutal. He says, what's the difference between me and cancer? My dad didn't beat cancer. Yeah, I've heard that one. Gabe says, why did Mozart hate all of his chickens? When he asked them who the best composer was, they all replied, Bach, Bach, Bach. Yeah. Code says Globetrotters are still a thing. Yes, they are still going on. And according to the ad I got for the tickets, which you would assume would be the case anyway after all these years, I guess they're putting a lot of different new, which is cool, you know, trying to keep it original, a lot of different new tweaks and different new things into the act. So I'm looking forward to it. When I was a kid, they came on Wide World of Sports once a year, typically. They would cover one of their games, and oh man, I used to look so forward to that every year. Joel says someone says that anime sucks. Curtis loads shotgun with religious intent. Yes and no. It's like, to me at this point, it's like, yes, you're lost then, because you're dumb. Chrome says favorite pastimes for me are probably playing games and reading. Also art. I'm currently reading through Inuyasha again. That I can't even really say. I was gonna say, hey, Bob is stream boss now. I was gonna say that's something though I wish I did, is I had more time for reading or fill in the blank, this, that, or the other. But I can't honestly say that because I like what I'm doing now. The reason I don't have time for it is because of all the anime I get to watch over at the Goosh, and for making videos here and stuff, and I actually prefer that, which is why I do that. So I can't complain about how I spend my time. I can just complain that there aren't enough hours in the day. Somebody needs to fix that. Excuse me. Bob says, thoughts on CM Punk and Chris Chan's court hearing has been delayed for next month. Do you think he's guilty? Do you think he was coached or coerced into it? I don't really know enough. I mean, I know what happened, Bob, but I don't know enough about the details to make an informed opinion on that. So I really, I kind of stay away from that if I don't really know much about it. Thoughts on CM Punk? He's a phenomenal worker. He's never been one of my favorites. I know he's a wrestling bad boy, and he's edgy and all that stuff. And listen, as far as in-ring work, you can't fault him at all. He's a phenomenal wrestler. Does he? Don't get me wrong, I've never met him, but does he strike me as my type of guy? No. Is he somebody that really gets me amped up if his name is on a marquee for a show? No. But again, that's not to put down anybody who is a fan of his. Everybody's got their own things they enjoy. But as far as me, my attitude towards him is kind of meh. I don't dislike him, but he's not anybody that I'd go out of my way to see. Morgan says, my favorite pastime is writing and watching Korean dramas. Oh, that's cool. Oh, lewd. Speaking of puns, what do you call a dictionary with a substance abuse problem? Addictionary. Tommy's favorite pastime is playing soccer. Shaking my head at the word soccer. Yeah. We're going drinking. And that's cool. And trying different beers. See, I have a similar thing, but with me, it's unsurprisingly, as a fat man, it's food. I love to go someplace new and try. My two main things are to try a new burger and new pizzas. I love doing that. I just really enjoy that. Anytime, my wife and I go away somewhere or have to be somewhere else, that's immediately what I do, is go looking for the local pizza joint or burger joint to try something new. Anonymous Wade says, Curtis, please, I love your thumbnail. Well, thank you. I had to remember which one it was. Yeah, that was made for me by one of the gang here. Yeah, it's frightening how just a little bit of purple haze over my face is all it takes to do the complete transformation into Thanos. Barry says, can we do a circle jerk for Halloween? Why not? Well, I'll be in costume so nobody can make fun of someone else's meat, because won't know whose meat it is. It's a genius idea if you ask me. I'll be in costume, but I don't even need a mask. Anybody wants to point and laugh at me, I'm used to that. Mr. King of Negativity says competitive Pokemon is awesome. I played over 1,800 battles. Wow, that's pretty cool. It's actually really neat. Hey, Jane, I'm sorry. Let's please stop. My favorite pastime is self-inflicted female genital mutilation. Krusty says, what's the difference between drugs and kids? I don't sell drugs. Hey, Croc Gaming. Oh, no problem. He says, sorry, I'm late. I had homework. No problem. Oh, homework. Yeah, I will say this. I had some good times in school, but I've never once in my life had a point where I was like, oh, wish I was back in school. Jake says, yeah, it's really nice for me living next to South Bend. Sure. Get to watch minor league games all summer. Yeah. Yeah. It's surprising to a lot of people how outside of Notre Dame football that there is a lot of big time sports right in the South Bend area, because South Bend is a small-ish town. But geez, you got easy access to Chicago, and as you said, your own minor league team, and yeah, there's a lot to do there. Chrome says, as long as you avoid the pedo den that's competitive Smash. Really? That's not a joke, by the way. There's a reason Nintendo stomps on the scene so hard. There's literally hundreds of offender admissions. Really? I didn't know that. That's fucked up. That's insanely fucked up. Code says, my favorite pastime right now is drawing. I stopped drawing since middle school, and recently it's just rekindled my urge to draw again after I saw the new Bleach chapter. I don't know why. It's funny what will inspire us to retake up something. No, I think that's cool. I've told you guys over and over, I so wish I had any talent whatsoever for drawing. Anonymous Blade says, Curtis noticed the fact that I'm saying happy birthday even though it passed. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, here with notifications. Chrome says, it does look like Chris Chan was egged on to do it by a girl who boils hamsters alive and has an FBI father and a psychologist mother. Not joking. The date's probably pushed back to claim time served. What the? Oh man, it really, it really makes you concerned for the world in general. Things like that, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. Pales says, "Hey Curtis, just saw your DBZA reaction to this past kid. How is he, and will you react together anymore? Glad you're doing great." He's in college. Would we react together? Sure. Time doesn't generally allow it because, well, he's a senior now in college. But when he's in school, or I should say, when he comes home from school, we try and get together and go out and do some things together and stuff. And if I'm reacting to a series like we do at the Goosh at our Patreon, it would be uncomfortable for him to come in and then be gone again, on the reactions and stuff. So, I mean, we certainly don't have any problem with doing it again. It's just schedule-wise, probably won't be anytime soon. Philip says, my hobbies are tabletop RPGs. Dungeons and Dragons is the one everyone knows, but I prefer GURPS and Cyberpunk 2020. Reading, besides manga, light novels, I like history. I know you like history, classic literature. Well, that's cool. I would say I wish I had more. Well, actually, I would read if I did have time now because I'm dying to get into manga. But I've never been an avid reader. Considering I made my living for a while writing, it's amazing that I don't do much with reading. Oh, Philip, I wanted to tell you too. I don't know if you saw, one of the things that Patreon does every so often irritates me is I will go to respond to one of you guys' comments, and even though I click respond, once I post the comment, it lists itself as its own individual comment within the string. And that happened the other day. You'd asked me about that Shield Hero shirt I have. And I did respond, but then it didn't show it as a direct response, so I don't know if you got notified, but I posted the link to where I got that shirt for you in there. If you can't find it for any reason, let me know. I'll find it again and put it right here on the stream. Willie says, not a pastime I'm proud of, but I watch a lot of a lot of porn. It may not sound bad, but I'm a diagnosed addict. Well, I mean, in general, I've always said, do what you enjoy doing. Now, if you have an addiction to anything, that can be a problem because addictions obviously can preclude us from leading our best lives. But again, you don't get any judgment from me on people wanting to watch porn. You should do what makes you happy. Epis is here again. Show full design t-shirt you wear, notwithstanding. I like the way you put that though, pal. This was just my Hunter x Hunter. You guys know what a Hunter x Hunter fanatic I am. That's a pretty basic, simple one. Just the crew. But yeah, that's so high on my list of anime that I would love to be able to have the time to rewatch. I would just love to take that journey again. VTG says it's still prawn porn. If it's fun and wholesome. Yeah, sure, yeah, I still say, yeah, it still qualifies. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kaiser says, so two nice things happened this week. First, SRW30 got its second PV. Max Gridman and Gridman Caliber was shown. Also, Lelouch's Mech and Code Geass Resurrection got the legs in 30 that was denied. I know Kaiser is a big mecha fan. Tommy says, this is going to sound strange, but I'm admiring your bookcase. Second shelf from top on the right-hand side. Is that a Newcastle United program? Okay, where I gotta read what you said again. Second shelf from the top on the right-hand side. I don't think so. Something like that would have had to have been something that someone sent to me. Okay, so I'm just looking to see what you see. Second shelf from the top. So you're saying right below the Dragon Balls? Let me see what that is. No, we got here. This is my certificate of ordination for the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. That's official and was provided to me by one of you guys. Outside of that, in here is just this. We got the Red versus Blue collection that was sent to me. Got some Dragon Ball Z CDs. Some Robin Williams stuff, and some of the aforementioned manga that I wanted to be able to read, most specifically Vinland Saga. No, nothing like that. I always have to look because I have to remember anything that might have been sent to me. But nope. No, nothing along those lines, Tommy. But again, over the years, we've had so much stuff sent. I always have to double check to make sure. Jake says, "Laugh my ass off. You calling South Bend a small town? Is the population 100K? Is it really that much? I would have guessed about 50, because I live in a small town outside South Bend, so it's big city to us." No, you're right though. I that was a missed call on my behalf, Jake, because I thought South Bend was more like 50. That is a good size. I'm surprised it's 100. Yeah, because it's very, and that's fair because it's very equitable to a local city we have here, and we consider that the city as opposed to where I live out in the sticks. Nacho says, pastimes besides the occasional game is reading and writing. I need to get back to writing regularly though. Yeah, that was my Nacho. That was my thing for years, between, my own creative writing, and then I told you guys before I started doing online video, I used to do video work on the side, recording weddings and stuff like that. But I also wrote SEO and research articles online. Excuse me, guys. Egedgo says, I often wonder what my favorite pastime is. Sometimes I think it's watching TV, but now I am certain that it would be wasting your time and my money. Well played. I think it's funny you say that. It gotta go. I think there's, no matter how much it may be stuff that you don't really care to hold on to, I think some of the stuff we grow up with always stays with us. So it's just like for me, when I grew up, of course, TV was it. That was the only form of entertainment you had in your home other than a radio. You obviously didn't have the internet, and phone calls were just random phone calls. You weren't going to be FaceTiming anybody or anything like that. So TV was the center of your entertainment. And I find myself sometimes now, I'm not as bad because I have to actually correct myself, because I'll be sitting there and I will just by default, if I have an extra few minutes or an extra couple hours, I go down and I turn on the TV and start flipping the channels, and it's like I'll be 20 minutes into watching some show, which was the best one I could find. It's like, you stupid fuck. You pay for all of these streaming services. You've got all this different forms of entertainment available to you on my phone, on a tablet, on the TV itself. And I sit there and just watch the TV stations because I'm so used to it. And that's just being an old guy thing. And then it's like, then I start going through all my streaming services to find something I actually want to watch, and not just the best of whatever TV happens to be offering me at that moment. Enzo, good to see you, pal. I love reading fantasy novels. Well, that's cool. Aside from that, I must go on the music section on Twitch and chill with small streamers. I'm doing so now, actually. Oh, that's cool you say that, Enzo. We want to do that again. We were talking about it yesterday. I'll have to try and when I do this stream, I'll try and post it early so you guys can know it's coming. And I'll try and remember to get over, make sure and alert you guys over at the Discord and every place else. Because maybe we can get a bunch of us into a stream and we'll go in and we'll do friendly raids on some Twitch streamers. Just because it was fun when we did that before. We go in and find the Twitch streamers who are ultimately small. You know, they got a handful at best of people watching their streams. So when you come in and give them, and there's some more attention, some more eyeballs on their streams, and some of us here found people they wanted to follow doing it. It just seems like it makes their day, so it's kind of a fun thing to do. We'll have to do that. Philip says, I'm also big on movies, pre-2020 mostly. Modern Hollywood does not interest me in the least. That's understandable. Not so big on TV besides anime. I just can't devote myself to something that long running. Oh, you did see the comment. Good. Okay. Thanks, Philip. I just wanted to make sure you saw it because like I say, it fucked up and it didn't put it as a direct response to yours. Yeah, like I say, that's why it's so weird with me with TV because I would find myself doing that and just settling on what happened to be the best thing airing, and it's like I don't have to do that. I can go on streaming services and I can watch, or hell, for that matter, even YouTube. We all know how easy it is to get lost in YouTube. You know, because I'll go on YouTube and I'll look at like a highlight clip, say from Notre Dame's game last week. Well, that takes you into some old school Notre Dame clips, and it's like, oh yeah, I want to watch this, and from that you get a great compilation that somebody made set to music of all the best sports moments of the 2000s, and the next thing you know, you're hours into it. Hey, Rowan, good to see you. Rowan says, I am not sure I get today's topic, but my favorite pastime has to be any time before the war 11 years ago, when we didn't have phones and internet, where life was simpler, easier, and so much more fun. You think so, Rowan? Oh, well, you're in an entirely different situation, obviously, than am I. I like technology. I'm a big technology geek, so I really enjoy that for the times we live in now. Are there parts of the simpler times that are attractive to me? Yes. But in a trade-off, I would never trade it back. I'm glad I got to live through this modern era. But again, obviously you're going to have a different perspective depending on where you're from, and me being in America and you being in Syria will definitely change the way you look at things. Noah says, I used to be an avid Lego collector, but I've always been insecure about it. I've gotten back into it recently, and I'm slowly rebuilding my collection. You shouldn't be insecure about that, Noah. Listen, that's the one thing I'll tell you guys, and I stand behind it firmly. Whatever you like to do in life, you should fucking do it. And if somebody else doesn't like it, too fucking bad. That irritates the shit out of me when I hear somebody put somebody else down for the thing that they're interested in. You know, as long as the thing that you're interested in isn't harming anybody else, who gives a fuck what somebody else thinks? You should be able to be an avid Lego collector until the day you die, and I hope that's not until many, many decades from now. Don't let anybody tell you guys what you can and can't enjoy. Screw that. Nacho says, break is over. Must return to work. Crap baskets. well, thanks for being in while you could with us, Nacho. I appreciate it. Solara says, hey, Curtis. I'm currently into listening to music. Favorite song, Catch the Wind at Donovan? I don't know that one. Also, no notification. Frustrating. Yeah, well, we know how that goes, pal. You know I'm here. You know I am subscribed. You know I have the bell rung. Yeah, we've been talking about that, Solaris. That is, I'll just never understand why YouTube pretends like they actually send out notifications to all that they're supposed to, because we all know they don't. Mr. King of Negativity says, hot take, modern Hollywood is just as good / bad as old Hollywood. There's a ton of mediocre films and a couple really good and really bad ones. I feel like it's always been like this. In that broad sense, I would agree with you. I mean, I can go back through all my years of watching movies, and I've always been a movie fan, and I could back you up with proof of that. Yeah. I think if you get to the more finite points, Of the specifics of what they put out, I think there's a difference. But in those general terms of, yeah, there's some really classic ones, there's some crap. Yes, I agree with you. Yep, I would definitely agree with. Philip says, recently picked up collecting T-shirts. Yep, me too. Since my room lacks the wall space that posters require, I've got a Goblin Slayer shirt, Blade of the Immortal, Iron Maiden's Passchendaele, and A Matter of Life and Death. That's cool. I did it by accident. You guys, again, I've never, fuck off, Train. Most of the things, any of the things I have a passion for, Notre Dame football. I developed it when I was 6 years old. Baseball, developed it when I was 5, 6 years old. Wrestling, even though I can't wrestle anymore, I developed that passion again. I wasn't much older than that, maybe 7 or 8. So the only real passion I've picked up as an adult has been anime. And words can't describe what a difference it's made to me, because I just love it so much and just love getting engrossed into it so much. And then the collecting of the anime shirts wasn't something I planned on. It was just, I started getting into it, and I don't even remember what the first ones were I bought. I think they might have been Hellsing shirts, because those are some of the older ones I have. But anyway, I bought a shirt, saw it online. It's like, hey, that's cool. Bought another. Went into, I can't think of the name of the store. Shit. I think it was owned by EB Games, but I can't think of the. And right now, yeah, we're blinking out here. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And that blink out that you guys just saw wasn't just once the feed is sent out. I saw it right here on my actual Streamlabs. I don't know if I wonder if there are storms in the area, if we're getting a power flicker in my house. That was weird. I missed the super chat, Wolverine? Hold on, let me go get that one first before I catch up. I apologize. Oh, Wolverine. I apologize, Wolverine. You can't go wrong with classic literature. Yeah, again, I was never a big reader, but mostly due to the fact that there's never been a time, I think, as an adult where I felt like I had the time to spend with really getting into reading. And thank you for that, BTG, for reminding me about Wolverine's super chat as well. New Matrix show or thoughts? I haven't seen it. BTG. You guys are gonna give me hell, deserved hell for this. I have not seen the Matrix movies. I've seen clips, and it's one of those. And I love Keanu Reeves, and I know the concept of those movies, and I'm fascinated with it. I just have never sat down and watched it. Stuart says, Kaneko versus Ram for Queen of Cock Shame. Oh, Ram. Did I say Ram for versus Ram? Boy, guys, today I was and again, I apologize for that, Wolverine, missing that super chat. I was going to look up and see if there's storms in the area, because that's what it seems like. It seems like my power flickered. Just to give you guys a heads up in case. Let's see. Come on. Now it's having trouble loading. Oh, there are. Okay. Oh, and they're right over us. Actually, they're right over Spaz Kid. We're a little off to the east of them. All right. Well, there are some serious storms moving through once again. So if we do go out again, I don't want to give her an automatic free pass, but it's probably not Susan. It's probably going to be something to do with these storms. Yeah, the lag. I don't think it was lag, guys. I think I honestly had a glitch with my power here. Okay, now let me get caught up. Oh, and now you got your stream at 144p. I wonder if that could be my signal, because if the if it was just because I had a power snafu, your signal should come right back up again as soon as my computer, gets over its brain fart. So let me know, guys. Keep me posted if you're seeing things the way you should. Philip says a D&D shirt that has a bloody 20-sided die resting on a one that says shit. That's what I like. Spaz Kid was like that. Another that says I missed gaming night for this. That's good. Ghost in the Shell and Frankenstein created woman. Some are wearing out. I'll need to replace. Oh, mine wear out terrible, Philip. And oh, I was talking about the t-shirts. I have an entire closet entirely full. It's a standing, um, it's a stand-up closet, and it's side just packed. I've got to have 60 to 70 of them by now. It's become an issue. I like that. The 20-sided die one Spaz Kid would really like. Let's see. Willie says, healthier pastimes include playing and making games. That's cool. Watching and making movies as well. Too bad I suck at it, though. But first of all, suck is a relative term. A lot of times people are the hardest on themselves. And even if you do, the only way you get better at something like that is just continue doing it. BTG says, Storm's clearly a cover for robots time traveling. That's what I was thinking, BTG. I didn't want to be the first one to say it, but absolutely, clearly. And guys, is the stream back up to normal? Because I do think that's what happened. I think we just had a flicker of a power loss. Hey, Philip Streamboss again. Barry says, silly Curtis. Susan controls the weather. Good point. Good point. I hate the fact that even I'm running interference for her now by not acknowledging that. Oh, it's bad, Philip. I mean, granted, it's been over a number of years. I started buying the anime shirts several years ago. But the worst, what really accelerated it, is I get most of them from, as I told you guys, TeePublic online. TeePublic has these awesome sales. I never buy shirts at regular price. They text me, and when they have sales, the t-shirts are $13 each. I mean, you can't beat that. And it's really, it's really become I shouldn't say it's become a problem. The good thing is, I don't really have anything else that, for me personally, I ever spend money on. And not because, I just don't have any other interests. And I'm not a drinker or a smoker or anything like that. And all my interests are revolved right around here, what you guys are seeing, hanging out with you guys and stuff. So that's my one thing that I do spend money on, is I love these anime shirts. Jigaruni says, what got you into anime? All these people in this stream with you right here. The gang at the YouTube channel kept telling me, because I've always been a cartoon fan anyway, and they knew that. Kept saying, you got to try anime. And again, I hadn't not watched it for any specific reason. Oh, we definitely had a power outage. I apologize. It's saying our live stream has been live for 6 minutes and 30 seconds on my counter, so that it was definitely on me. And the gang kept telling me I had to watch it. And they wanted me to watch DBZA, Dragon Ball Z Abridged. And I said, well, I haven't seen the original. They said, you don't need to. It's still funny. They were right. Or I started watching it. They were right. And that took off. After I saw it was so hysterical, I was like, well, I got to watch at least clips of the real thing. That's how I started watching the clips. Then it was like, I want to try some more of this out. And I watched Naruto, and it just kept snowballing. Anbu says, no notification, help a prostitute out, but I'm here. Well, I'm glad you made it, Anbu. Oh, excuse me. Rick says, yes, unfortunately, Curtis is into anime. Not even the Ween Correctional Camp can save him now. Now I'm too far gone, Rick. It's over. Philip says, I'm also big into listening to music on Spotify. Spaz Kid too, again. He's a big Spotify fan. I personally like it because it combines the best parts about radio and something like iTunes. Yeah. Brax is a huge Spotify fan. Yep, he's on it all the time. I've seen that one, Gabe. I like that one. My wife told me she'll slam my head into the keyboard if I don't get off the computer. I'm not too worried. I think she's... Noah says you should watch more Whitest Kids You Know. They were funny. Really funny. Chrome says, since you're a One Piece fan, I feel like sharing this, Curtis. Does this beat your pop collection in pain? Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to click on I'll be away for just a second. I'm going to click on Chrome's link. Open link in new window. What the hell? So what the hell happened? It fell over? I had to pause it right there. No. That's awful. And I'll say one other thing too about this one. If you guys want to click on Chrome's link, you can see that little video clip I saw. Oh, that's terrible. But aside from that, pause it on the final frame where the Luffy statue is tipped over. Is it just me, or does that green, I guess it's a chair, in the far away corner, doesn't that look like a green penis? It's a giant green penis chair. I may need one of those. I don't know why I noticed that, but I'm always on the lookout for a new penis. That's awful, though. I can't even imagine that happening. Jesus. Big Green says, it snowballed into you throwing money at shirts and pops. I almost said shorts, but I bet you would buy anime shorts too. Oh, I absolutely would. No question about it. Finally was approved for an apartment, man. Oh, good for you, Anbu. Congrats. That's very cool. Very cool. Ian? Did I say that right, hopefully? He says, Curtis, what's up? I'm from the Philippines. I'm a big fan of your reactions. Well, I appreciate that. I hope you would react to Dick in a Box. SNL is, or always used to be, really funny about reaction videos. That's why I've never done any. But in fairness to Ian, I've seen that. I love Dick in a Box. I think that's hilarious. So I it wouldn't be a blind reaction anyway, because I've seen it before. I do like that. Barry says, you covering for Susan only gives her more power. Stop covering the truth, and she shall set you free or smite you down. Depends if she's on the rag or not. Let's hope she's not. Yeah, Big Green says, I already watched, but now I have to look for that green penis. If I was using XSplit, I could just grab the screen for you easy, but Streamlabs makes it a pain in the ass. See what I mean? Get to that last frame, and if you look to the back of the room, that's in back of the Luffy statue, it's just a little left of center. It looks like a chair or something there. Tell me that doesn't look like a big green penis, or is it just me? I gotta see what everybody says. Oh, Wolverine, you gotta go? All right, thanks for being in, pal. Lex says, in all serious, though, probably video games and music. Yeah, I know, very original hobbies. Nothing wrong with that. The two things I would love to have more time for, both of them. Though I do like making my own shitty bootleg music on my 80s synthesizer disco. 80s synthesizer. Disco is still valid, I swear. That's good. I'm trying. I started playing, and I'm going to keep it up, Doki Doki. Again, the updated version. About a week ago, I put that video up, and I haven't had time to play it again since. Because I've been looking for the time. I really got tweaked out into playing that again. I really want to do it, and I can't get the time. Zurazul says, I must reveal the truth. I am from the future. We have finally overthrown the combined forces of Susan and the train. We summoned Robin to aid us. Nami be praised, it's finally over. We did it, boys. That's good to know. Because I've had my doubts about surviving both Susan and the train at times. Oh, could you imagine Nami and Robin just... Oh. Krusty says, far left side of the corner of the room. You think it's a potted plant? Could be. I can't tell exactly what it is. Looks like a big green dick to me, though. Gabe. My mother said one man's trash is another man's treasure. Turns out I'm adopted. Come on. Now, too, I know I'd asked and I missed responses. Stream looks okay to everybody now? Because that's apparently what did happen. I think we just had a quick couple of power glitches where we almost lost power in the house because the stream stayed live, but the counter reset. So that tells me that it was on my end. Does look good? Okay, thanks. Jake says, going to the cinema is also a pastime. Since my town's family-owned theater makes it manageable with cheap prices. That's cool. And that standing closet, I think the word you're looking for is an armoire. That is exactly the word I was looking for. Thank you. Yes, in our armoire. Yeah, seems fine. All good. Mr. King of Negativity. Big Green say, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I think that's what it was, guys. That one was. It's always something. What the fuck? The other day, Spectrum just dies. Come to find out, it had been an outage in the entire area. I guess there was an accident or cable got ripped down. But Spectrum dies. And now today we're getting storms close enough in the area to just make our power flicker. Anything to fuck with us up here. It's all good, save for the few moments of lag we complained about. And I think that's what that was, Krusty. I think that was a result of that power outage affecting the signal I was sending out. And says SNL's a bitch sometimes. Yeah, they are. I hope you can still react to some of the Lonely Island songs. Stick in the Box as a trilogy. That I've seen. I don't know if I've seen all three. I know I've seen the second one, Mother Lover. Yep. And the last is Three Way. I don't remember that one. If I saw it, I don't remember it. But I know I saw the first two. But yeah, you can't really do any reactions on them. Excuse me. BTG says there's this big face in the center of your room. Is that supposed to be there? No. It's probably creepy as fuck too, huh? Bet it is. I just got a feeling. Chrome says now she's talking about that. She just gave us the link to that Twitter video where somebody had this really cool Luffy statue that fell over and broke. Figures probably around thousands of pounds. I guess it's not rubber like Luffy. Yeah. Don't know if it was knocked over or fell over. Can't say for certain, but I think the green thing is a tribal statue. Oh, that could be. Are they paying homage to a giant? Are they paying homage to the almighty penis? Because that's a tribe I might, I could be persuaded to join. Gabe says, do the very last thing my grandfather stated to me earlier than he kicked the bucket. Grandson, watch how far I can kick this bucket. Krieg Lord says, hey Curtis, I became a fan when you were doing DBZA reactions. Good days. And I absolutely love your content, but I have fallen out of watching your vids, but I just want to say that you have made my days a lot better. Well, I appreciate that. And again, as I always say, there's nothing that makes me feel better than knowing that watching some of the crap I do around here made somebody feel a little bit better. Rosa says, I play Waterloo on Roblox. It's honestly better than the other games of the genre made by gaming companies, and the community is unironically more mature. Really? That's perfect, though, isn't it? If people just stop saying Roblox is for kids. Yeah, I know just between our community here and people outside our community that I know, there's a lot of interest in. I never got into Roblox, but there's a lot of interest in Roblox outside of little kids. I know that for a fact just from conversations. You gotta go says I haven't gotten funnier. SNL has gotten really bad. McDonald. Well, he had. I remember when they fired him, I was pissed because I always loved Norm. And it was either the following season or I think it was following season, but if not, it was 2 seasons later. They invite him back to host the show, and of course Norm, he was so good. In his monologue, he says, "Now let me get this straight. A year and a half ago, not funny enough to be allowed on the premises. Now, funny enough to host the show. What the fuck happened?" Gabe says, today I made a decision to go to my childhood house. I asked the residents if I may come inside because I was feeling nostalgic. However, they refused and slammed the door in my face. My mother, I know where that's leading. Rosa says, my favorite pastime is riddles. I'll give you one. If you can figure it out, I'll send the answer. If you can't figure it out, I'll send the answer. What is the difference between Jeffrey Epstein and a transgender? Oh. I know what you're going to say, Rose. You're going to make me say it, aren't you? The transgender did kill themselves? That's what you're after. Oh. BTG says Roblox is for kids. Roblox is for kids, that's all. Lick says, I'm looking forward to Far Cry 6. It's got a wheelchair dog, really, and a punk rock chicken as companions. That's pretty cool. And a gun which shoots music discs and plays the Macarena. That's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, that's what I was starting to tell you guys earlier before we had the glitch there. Today was actually, I should have made, I was going to make a YouTube short about it, and then I got doing other things. After I recorded today's videos, it was actually difficult for a little while. Just in how hard they hit the emotions. It was the final episode of ReZero. And with all that transpired there, I mean, in large part, it was a very satisfying ending. It was still hard to see Rem just sitting there silently, but that was hard hitting emotionally. And then I watched the One Piece episode, and it was the one where, oh, it got to me. It was the one where Pudding takes out some of Sanji's memories. That was, oof. That got me. That double header got me. Nicholas says my favorite pastime is playing Assassin's Creed Rouge. Gabe TV says work with animals. The man says to his date, "That's so sweet," she replies. "I love a man who cares about animals. Where do you work?" "I'm a butcher," he says. Big Green, got some lag? I haven't seen it on my end. Rem, she's a character code in ReZero. Adorable character in ReZero. Oh, okay. So I thought Code legitimately hadn't seen it. Yeah, that I don't like that them having thrown her away. She no longer exists. What the fuck? Robert says I watch TV shows and write fan fiction. That's cool. That's very cool. Luke says, Ram, you mean a goat? Well, you got to remember, too, Big Green, we do have people in here all the time. We'll talk about certain anime, and it's just anime that they haven't seen. So I was like, oh, no, I'll explain who it is. Andrew says, rewatching Bleach. The nostalgia. Yeah, like I said. Well, see, Bleach I saw fairly recently and really enjoyed it, but it's not as high on my list to rewatch because it's been so long now since I saw Hunter x Hunter. And oh, man, I love that show. Although there's so many of them now because there's so many great things I've seen. But oof, between ReZero episode 50 and that whole thing with Pudding and Sanji, oof, it does it. It really, you get wrapped up in these characters and it really gets to you. Chrome says you're starting back on Dragon Ball this Saturday. Really looking forward to it. Just remember you're already 3 episodes in. Then there's Kaguya soon. A lot of great stuff. I thought about that, Chrome. What I'm going to do, because a lot of the gang at the Goosh hasn't seen those ones I uploaded to YouTube, and I had to cut them down for YouTube. So I'm just going to do a straight rewatch. It's just a few episodes. We'll just start right over from episode 1, and that way you guys can get the full reaction, and it gets me back into the flow of everything again. So, but I'll explain that in the first video too. But I figure it's better than just saying, okay, we did these, you can go see them at the YouTube channel. Just get started fresh. BCG says putting it in Sanji. Oh, he's a friendly guy. Rosa says I've recently been learning about this artist that actually fought in both world wars. He was faithful to his wife and won a Nobel Peace Prize in 1939. He's really amazing and my inspiration. Really? Huh. That's cool. Philip says the Who's Rem joke comes from the same era when you had the whole I love you Subaru, I love Amelia memes. Basically making fun of Subaru ignoring Rem in favor of Amelia. That was brutal. Well, you guys saw that, or Gooshers saw that. That really hit me. They were having that really great moment, and like I say, I really like Rem. They were having that really great moment and talking about how in flowery terms about how wonderful it would be to take off together, and he goes, "Yeah, but I love Amelia." And I was like, dude, what the fuck? At that point, I wanted to like throat punch him. I mean, I get it now more so, But I still wanted to throat punch him at that moment. Let's see. Barry says, I've been watching Tokyo Tribe at work recently because, well, I don't have a specific reason. Just something I enjoy when there's no customers around. That's understandable. Mr. King of Negativity says, I've been having a thing recently where I binge watch workout tips videos. That's cool. Probably to make up for my complete inactivity over the last 2 months. Oh, wait, what? Are they Chrome? Now you're going to make me look. She says, oh, okay, fair enough. Wait, cut down for YouTube. The reactions are on Patreon up to episode 5. I just checked. Ooh, I might have been cross-posting them up there. But they aren't the full reactions, are they? Now you got me curious. If they're up there, then I might just go ahead and go with that. I forgot about that. I may have been posting them there, too. Let me take a peek. I'll be right back, guys. You may be right, Chrome. Because was I posting them as early access? Oh, shit. I put that in the wrong... Come on. Let me see. Okay, and I was putting the bridge. Yeah, I'm sure the Ultimate Badass Dragon Ball 5. You're right. With them already being up here, then I probably will just pick up after 5. Thank you, Chrome. I had forgotten I had done that. Yeah, okay. That's exactly what happened. I was putting them up both places. Yeah. Okay. We'll just pick up from 5 then, as long as they're there in our catalog at the Patreon over at the Goosh. Yeah, we'll pick up from after episode 5. I'll explain that to everybody in the first episode that I record too. I'll be recording it tomorrow. Andrew says, I look up to Jack the Ripper because he was never caught. Hey, if if that's going to be your hobby, Jack the Ripper type stuff, not getting caught does make you kind of a legend. Well, I wondered if you were talking about Hitler himself, Rosa, when you were saying that. So I thought for a second, it's like, well, there could be an actual legitimate artist in there as well. But yeah, a lot of people don't realize about Hitler and how he had been received, prior to killing 6 million people. BTG says, knock knock, who's there? Hey love who? Amelia. I have many characters to waste now, so the French are a myth invented by Spaniards. Wait a second, if the French are a myth, and we already know the Australians don't exist, we've been lied to on so many levels. We need to get a real hardcore crew of flat earthers in here to straighten us all out. Chrome says, nice, I'll need to receive them before we start back. Dragon Ball holds so much nostalgia for me. I own the full anime and manga, yes, even GT. That's cool. I saw GT just in the clips that we watched together at YouTube. All I remember about that is I remember thinking the ending was really cool. But yeah, since they're already there, I had cross-posted them. I'll just tell everybody, if you want to catch up, just use just do a search on Dragon Ball, or use the tag, the Dragon Ball tag, and go see the first 5. Oh, Leifer says, I wish the French were a myth. I can smell them from here. Ah. Krusty says, America is just populated by lizard people. The evidence is on your side. Gabe says, a man walks into a magic forest and tries to cut down a talking tree. You can't cut me down, the tree complains. I'm a talking tree. The man responds, you may be a talking tree, but you will... see, I think your posts are getting cut off, pal. Oh, wait, but you may be a talking tree, but you will dialogue. Rosa says, Italy is fake. It's actually called Gay-Italy, and the gay people live there. We control Hydra. We are the world order. NASA works under us. Andrew says, problem is, I'm a prostitute. Could be a sitcom. And BTG says, I must go. The Dutch are mounting a counterattack. Beat you with the wooden shoes. Oh, you guys are funny. Indolindo says, who else is hyped for the new movie Halloween Kills next October? I say I would try something like that. I stopped following a lot of slasher movies because they got old, but my wife won't watch any type of horror movie or anything, so I never end up watching them. Kaiser says, something I'm also interested in is studying Celtic mythology. Plan to study Irish since never learned it in school. Interested in Japanese. Also got to get back and practicing game and web design. That's cool. That's cool. And Philip says, don't fuck with the Dutch. Always good advice. All right, guys, I gotta go. This was a fun. God damn, this is a fun stream. This is cool doing stuff like that. I gotta do this more often, where we just talk about our favorite things, like this, our pastimes. It's fun. It's just another way to, as a community, I guess, get to know each other even more. So I really enjoy that stuff. And let's not forget, tomorrow, Free for All Friday. And this was a great lead up into it. Now today's sticky stuff. All right, yesterday was birthday sticky stuff. You had the party streamers and everything in it. Tomorrow's Free for All Friday sticky stuff. We know that's always legendary. So today's sticky stuff is real try hard sticky stuff. Because Thursday's sticky stuff is like, motherfucker, you guys aren't going to show me up. So I can't guarantee it's going to live up to birthday and Free for All Friday type sticky stuff, but it's going to try like hell. Whether or not it does, that'll be up to you, the anxious recipients. Here it comes. Pumpu pumpu, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you. And it's trying hard. You can see it. It's working it. Come on. I don't know if it can make it, but it's going to try like hell. Because we'll bang, okay? Flashly like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, and it doesn't have to try hard. It's just naturally awesome. Goosh, 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 goosh. Goosh.